Hello, everyone. Boy, what a special treat you're in for today. For the first time ever, very rare, this is an episode that has never occurred before and shall never happen again. It's Ask the Brent. As I
Hi,
mentioned in the pre
everybody.
show, it's like asking Dear Abby and Letters to Penthouse all rolled into one when you ask the Brent questions. We've got the live chat. These questions have not been screened, have they, the Brent?
You're the one that's going to read them to me, so I'm ready to
That's right.
go.
So let's get it going on here. The first one comes in from Rob Flack O'Hara. By the way, please check out all of Rob Flack O'Hara's various shows, tremendous shows. Every one of them great. Sprite Castle, a top shelf. You don't know Flack, and all of his blogs as well. Check him out. So his first question, Brent, Rob asks, "What's the most exciting arcade cabinet purchase adventure that you ever had?"
Oh, it had to be the cocktail pinball.
And to just go ahead and give them a little
Yeah,
taste.
the cocktail pinball. For those that don't know, for a very short time they were very unpopular.
They
Made
still are.
pinball machines in cocktail tables, so they were flat. Uh, and we went to pick one up in, was it Ohio, Aaron, or was it
It was in
Indiana?
Louisville, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. And we drove there in my Daewoo hatchback.
Yeah.
And my mom was so worried that when we picked this thing up, because we couldn't close the hatch all the way, obviously, that the carbon monoxide was going to kill us dead on the way home. Uh,
Yes.
when we went and picked up this thing, the guy was 100% for sure it would never ever fit into the Daewoo. And he was probably right, but Aaron and I are stupid. So we kept shoving and cramming and pushing until it fit. And then Aaron asked the guy to use his bathroom, and the guy said no.
Yeah. What a jerk. I will say the part where he's like, "There's no way that's fitting in that Daewoo. There's no way." And as he was saying this, me and Bridget got on either side of it, picked it up, and threw it into the Daewoo. And he just sat there, jaw agape. So yeah, that was a good time. The part of that I remember
Now,
is the trip home in the incredible fog of absolute doom and that
yeah,
country road we took back where we couldn't see in front of us. So
yes.
we had a lot of those arcade trips back in the day. I sort of miss them, but also don't miss them, Brand, if I'm honest.
We're
Let's
not
move.
physically able to do that kind of thing anymore.
No, I'm not mentally able. Here's the next one here coming in. Would Brent and Aaron participate in a cage match at Boatfest or Super Tech Boy? What do you think about a cage match? Well, like let's look at a UFC style cage, like a legitimate MMA contest. Do you think you could match me in skill level or
I think
cardio?
we would both. I think we would both die before we got to the center of the ring.
If we didn't have to climb over the cage, I think we'd
Yeah,
make it.
exactly.
Of course, we both agree, and we agree with this. Britt's never not agreed that I would crush him. Okay,
Yeah.
now let's move along here. Barkbit asks, "What is your dream machine, console or PC?"
I have always dreamed of owning a Punchy the Clown pinball machine.
Jeez,
It
this
is one of
again.
it is one of the only pinball machines that was designed to be a ticket game, and it is such a novelty that it intrigues the crap out of me. Aaron was showing me his virtual pinball table, and as soon as I was allowed to take control and like do my own thing, I immediately sought out Punchy the Clown. Uh, it's not even a good pin. It's just so crazy that I love it.
Very good. I'm sure it's worth a ton of money because all pinballs are. Here's an interesting, intriguing question. I think Bo might be interested in hearing this one. This is from Ed Van Helen, our good buddy. He's out in his booze cave. He asks the Brent, "Will you eventually take Boat's place?"
No, if for no other reason, John does so much behind the scenes stuff. I don't even want to fathom doing that kind of crap. Uh, it's crazy that he finds time to do as much uh, behind the scenes as he does in front of the screen, plus all the other things he's got going on.
Yeah.
John has almost a drug user level of energy energy and tenacity that I cannot even hope to match.
You have a drug user's level of anger. That's what. So I mean, you both have something from the drug user. But you're right.
I'm not angry ever, so
Boat's
I don't
like
know
an
what you're talking
octopus.
about.
He's got like, and I don't know how because he also sends these shots of him like sitting in his slippers, like reading, or like he'll sit around doing some goofy thing. I'm like, how in God's name do you have time to do that? I'm going around like a crazy man. I don't know how he pulls it off. So that's a good question. Plus, no one can replace the boat. This is from Super Tech Boy. Favorite board game?
My all-time favorite board game, even though I haven't played it in probably 15 years, is Goa. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Mainly because that is what got me into Euro style board games. I had played a lot of the entry level stuff like Settlers, Ticket to Ride, that sort of thing. But Goa was the first game I played that went beyond those beginner mechanics, and I fell in love with it. I only own about 10 board games, and Goa is a part of that collection.
You used to have a ton more board games, but those were you divested yourself for space saving purposes, as I recall.
Correct.
He had a heck of a collection. I will say, I've played Goa, pretty good game. I hope you haven't discounted awesome games like Puerto Rico and Power Grid, which are both great games as well.
But also both great games, yeah.
Picard asks, and this is we'll have to explain this for the people listening at home. What's with the swan? In the back behind Britt's head, we've had a few people ask this. There's a giant swan on top of your bureau back there, bro. What's the scoop on that swan?
As Terry was kind enough to remind me, if you read in chat, that is a paper mache swan that my mom, dad, and aunt all assembled. It is one of those things that I don't want to get rid of. Not even that it has sentimental value, but the craftsmanship on it is actually really incredible that they were able to assemble it.
Plus, flotation device. It's got that going for it as well. So this is interesting news. This is a question. It's more of a comment. Edmund's brother Jacob says that Edmund has had too much to drink. So we got to remember that. I'm sure that may affect his questions. Here's another one for Super Tech Boy. This is a biting question. What is the Brent getting Mrs. the Brent for Valentine's Day? Now, we mentioned this earlier, but boy, I know you're coming up with something. Don't lie.
I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
I
told her
are you doing something? Are you gonna be extra clean? Are you gonna I don't know? You gonna like sweep up, do the dishes, anything?
I can't set those sort of expectations. No, Terry and I knew going into today that we were both going to be incredibly busy and pulled in different directions. I had a computer repair I had to do for one of my uncle's friends that took far longer than I thought it was going to. And then I had to go and actually deliver that in South Charleston. Came back, and now I'm putting on the show. She is attending college, doing college courses, and she is catching up on homework today. So we knew going in that we weren't going to be able to spend a lot of time together. And that's okay because we spend time with each other every day. We don't need to have a special day to make a special effort.
They've got the kind of love that doesn't require gestures, good tidings, gifts, or even words between them. It's a special sort of love that you can only have with that special lady. I think that's lovely, the Brent. So, boy, you got a lot of questions here. The Brent Barkbit has chimed in. What's your favorite movie genre, the Brent?
I really like fantasy. I really like slapstick comedy.
Very good.
If I was going to pick one, I would probably have to go slapstick. And what's sad is they don't make slapstick anymore. Not good slapstick.
That's
anyway.
one thing we agree on, the Brent. Airplane, Naked Gun. These are fine films that can't be redone, despite what they're trying to make another Naked Gun. Here's a question from our longtime buddy in real life, our real actual pal, one of my best friends, Uncle Leroy, a.k.a. Leroy Saint. He asks, what's your current favorite video game, the Brent? That's a good question.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Ironic.
I've got two friends, and we play. Currently, we're playing every Monday evening. We play 3 hour sessions. We've been doing it for the past. It's been over a year now. We are probably about 3 or 4 sessions into wrapping up the game, and there have been so many moments that just stick in your head. And to me, that's a sign of a really good game.
I'll be trying that game for the very first time this weekend. So, if you say it's that good, I know I'm gonna love it. So there you go. By the way, just a few tidbits here. Buck Owens mentions Roy Clark the Entertainer. That is a cocktail. That is a cocktail pinball game, but that's not the one we owned. Edmund says something I can't repeat on the air. Super Tech Boy wants to know, what movie do you consider overrated? That's a good one. Quick,
Man.
snap answers. Piss people
Uh,
off.
Adventures Endgame. I thought they had potential to do so much more, and they fell into so much fan service. Once all the Infinity Stones were gathered, they were never used for their actual powers. I expected so much more, and I was let down.
I didn't like any of the Avengers movies after the first one because they were all loosely based on comics and they blew it. Especially Ultron. He's not funny. He doesn't crack wise. He's a killing machine, literally. And I never liked the Infinity Gauntlet series in the comics. So there you go. Go ahead.
Terry actually just reminded me of another one that we absolutely hated. The fourth John Wick was the most drawn out, long scenes, long, just boring fight scenes. I love John Wick 1 and 2, and 3 was pretty good. 4 was dreadful.
There you go. I've only seen the very first John Wick. I thought it was okay. I prefer shoot 'em up. If you want to watch a good movie with a lot of gunplay, that movie was real funny. Here's a question from our good buddy Mitsuyama, who'll be heading to Boat Fest this year. Looking forward to seeing you, along with a lot of the people. He asks, should you pull the nail out of a punctured tire before using an aerosol tire sealant? Some manufacturers advise this. Personally, I cannot see the advantage of it just plugging the hole. Also, do you have any preferences for water-based sealants, foams, over rubber-based ones? Your thoughts?
For the nail thing, no, you absolutely don't pull it out first. Unless it is just falling out of the hole, it'd be silly to pull it out before you use your sealant. And it was the foam water-based versus what?
Water-based sealants versus rubber-based. Your preference?
Um, Whatever the crazy guy that cuts a boat in half and
That'd
tapes
be
it back
rubber.
together.
That's your rubber base.
Yeah, whatever that is, that's the way to go.
Very good, very good. Here's an interesting question. Super Tape Boy asks, who would die first in a zombie apocalypse? The Brent, Aaron, or Boat? I got a pretty good idea who it would be.
I would definitely not die first. I have enough family around me that we could probably hold them off for a good long while. Really, zombies, it's always a number game. And if you can guard all of your exits, which I've got enough family that I could definitely do that, you're gonna hang in there for a good long while.
I'll look just like you and Boat are standing in the street. Who's going down first? That's the way you want to look at it.
Well, and you would say that because you're a loner, a lone wolf, a rebel, and you would die real quick.
Let me tell you something. I know what I would do. It's like the old bear. I don't have to outrun the zombies. I just got to outrun you or Boat, and I think I could do it. I like my chances.
I don't think you could outrun John.
Listen, I do think so because John's not a very fast runner. I'll be honest with you. 5K, 10K Aaron, that's what they call me. They call you No K.
Unfortunately, they called you that 2 decades ago.
Hey, I can still go. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I can still go, as the song doesn't say. Let me see if we got anything else here, the Brent. Let's see here. We got any other questions? There's a lot of stuff here bad about the John Wick. So I think there's that. There's a couple things I wanted to ask you. This is some stuff I wondered when I got these questions on the Ask the Amigos. I thought to myself, my God, I wish Brent were here to answer this one. If you got the old time machine, this is from a Christian Russell. If you got the old time machine working, what 2-year period of computer gaming would you choose to go back and live through as you see it as the golden age? And also, not just computers, but also add consoles to the mix. If you could pick 2 years, what would it be?
I mean, probably 84, 85.
I think that's exactly
when,
what Boat said. That's exactly
yeah.
the same. That's
And
not
I
bad.
lived through it, and it was awesome.
Why? What was it about that era?
Innovation. There was
Yeah.
so much innovation.
Very good. Very good. So here we go. We got one more here from Rob Flacco here. Okay, we got a couple more left in. When did you get interested in fighting games? And what was the first fighting game that really won you over? What did you fell in love with?
It was definitely Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
And the biggest interest in fighting games started by I could put in a quarter and play for 30 minutes, as opposed to most arcade games where you put in a quarter and you play for 3.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2 really had the. I loved Karate Champ and Yara Kung Fu, but Street Fighter 2 was the perfect blend of like awesome art that was aimed at a teenage boy and sound effects and just the coolness factor of it. It was just something that really hit you, didn't it? I mean, it really took you.
Yeah.
It was the King Dong. It's still the man after all these years. It's a good choice. Your Barkbit asks, what's your preferred controller, the Brent?
Xbox 360.
The 360 controller. It's not a bad choice.
Yep.
I
think
like
it's
that
probably one of the best controllers ever made.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And we'll end this Q&A session right here with Uncle Larry, Leroy Saint, who chimes in. What is your favorite arcade cabinet game that you own? And I will etc. that by saying or have owned, because we've had some that we had to let go. What was your favorite one?
Well, then that's an easy one. That's WrestleFest all the way.
WrestleFest was
yeah.
I mean, what about you? Loved Miss Pac-Man when we owned that.
No, WrestleFest. You could get 4 people playing on the cabinet. It felt good. It felt good to have, all those people playing either against each other or with each other if you're doing co-op stuff. 4-player cabinets and 6-player cabinets will always have a place in my heart, just for being able to get more people around it and playing all the game all at the same time. I really, really enjoy that.
It's a great multiplayer game. Great to play by yourself. All right, I lied. This is the last question. Happy Coding. By the way, check out Happy Coding's demo of his new Frogger release for the ZX over at his channel, Happy Coding ZX. It's excellent work as always from Happy. Happy wants to know who would win an arm wrestling match between you and me, the Brent.
You by a landslide.
Which is
all
funny,
my strength is in my legs.
All my strength is not in my arms. So if I beat you, you are really a sad, pathetic man. I used to have a lot of jack, man, but I'm telling you, it's when you get older, you lose some.
Yeah. If it was a shin kicking competition, I could crush you. But arm wrestling, yeah, you would definitely beat me.
You don't see a lot of professional shin kickers. I'll be honest with you.
Then you don't do the YouTube searches.
There you go. That's the Brent, everybody. Thank you, the Brent, for asking all those tough questions, and thank you, chat, for that spur of the moment bevy of questions for the Brent. I really enjoyed that. Brent, any final thoughts?
Nope.
There it is. A man of few words, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and we will catch you next time around. Until then, adios. Bow.